Okay.
So then there's another scenario to take into account for the professionals watching this. If you're a coach, therapist, people helper, another thing with vicarious trauma or vicarious trauma, well, I always want, because it's got a vicar and us, just interesting. So, well, interesting to me, but I'm a lunatic. So, if you think about have an antenna on your head, yeah, boop, 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 sending out signals, yeah. So there you are walking about, yeah, and you've got this antenna on your head, and you're a therapist. That signal, if you have a vicarious trauma, will, bear in mind from the position of split second unlearning, it will be in your space and affecting your place. So this is the mind-body connection, yeah? So it's in your space, but it's also impacting your place. So then you'll end up getting all of the clients that your signal attracts. Now, my evidence for this is, it's going to sound a little crazy, but when I clear a phobia for someone, so imagine somebody's got a wasp-phobia, yeah? Whilst they have the phobia, there are wasps everywhere. They could be sitting in 4 feet of snow in January, and the only wasp in the northern hemisphere will find them. It's a fact. Now, when you clear that, 2 years later, 3 years later, I'm still asking, I bump into them and say, oh, did you have a wasp phobia or whatever? And they'll look at me and say, well, I haven't had a chance to test it yet because there just haven't been any wasps this summer. Now, that tells you a couple of things. A, we've definitely cleared that signal, but it's also telling you a little bit about their convincer strategy because they're consistent. So even though 2 years have gone by, they've never seen a wasp, their convincer strategy still will not allow them to acknowledge that you did a good job, because they never know, because it was a consistent convincer. So several summers will go by and they'll just be convinced within their own model of the world that there are less and less wasps. So that's that piece. Now, that's just to give you an example, but if you think from, you have a run of a certain kind of client and they just keep coming through the door and you're wondering, is there something in my marketing? It just, what's attracting them is the signal you're sending out. And when we clear it, you are now out of that space, you're back in this place, and suddenly your clients shift. And they'll shift because you cleared your EMIs, emotional memory images, and watch the video where we define that. But you'll have cleared that. When you've cleared that, you're cleaner in the intervention mode. Hope that makes sense.